As we grow older, have you ever noticed how it becomes harder to keep up with long walks, or perhaps you've seen a loved one struggle to stay active in their golden years? It's a natural part of aging for our bodies to change, making certain activities more challenging. But the good news is that staying healthy and energized doesn't mean pushing through joint pain or overexertion. In this video, we'll share 5 gentle yet effective activities that can keep seniors moving, feeling strong and enjoying life, without the strain of long walks. Stick around until the end to hear inspiring stories of older adults who found new ways to thrive. You'll also learn how small changes in your routine can lead to big improvements in flexibility, strength, and overall well-being. Don't miss out on finding the perfect way to stay active and happy in your later years. Before we dive in, I'd greatly appreciate it if you could like this video. Your support helps me continue to spread these important lessons for older adults. If you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you never miss any videos. And if you enjoyed this video, feel free to comment 1 below. If it didn't meet your expectations, comment 0 so I can make future videos even better for you. Now, let's get started. Chair Yoga, the story of Mr. Liu. Meet Mr. Liu, a 78-year-old retired high school teacher who spent decades instilling a love for literature and history in his students. Outside of the classroom, Mr. Liu was known for his unwavering dedication to his health. One of his most cherished routines was his morning walk through the neighborhood park. Each day, as the first rays of dawn cast a golden hue over the city, Mr. Liu would step outside and embrace the cool, crisp air. He loved greeting familiar faces and exchanging friendly waves with other early risers, fellow retirees and parents jogging with strollers. The peaceful walk among the trees wasn't just exercise, it was a cherished ritual that brought him both physical vitality and mental clarity. It gave him a moment of serenity, where he could reflect on his memories and plan for the day ahead, all while soaking in the beauty of nature. But one morning, fate had different plans. Mr. Liu twisted his knee when stepping off a curb awkwardly. What seemed like a minor misstep soon became a source of constant discomfort. Suddenly, the activity he once loved turned into a struggle. His knee throbbed with every step, making even short strolls feel daunting. At first, he was determined to push through, but he quickly realized that ignoring the pain only made it worse. He couldn't risk further injury. The thought of giving up his beloved walks was a bitter one. Those outings were more than exercise, they were his connection to his community, a daily adventure, and a way to find peace in his retirement. He was disheartened and uncertain about his options, but he was determined not to let this injury define his life. One day, while searching for alternatives, Mr. Liu came across a flyer at his local library advertising a community chair yoga class. Though skeptical, he was intrigued. Could yoga, done while sitting in a chair, really provide any meaningful relief? Despite his doubts, his curiosity led him to give it a try. Mr. Liu's first chair yoga session was a revelation. The instructor, with warmth and patience, guided the class through gentle stretches and breathing exercises. As he slowly moved his arms, neck, and legs, Mr. Liu felt his body begin to loosen, and a sense of relief washed over him. The mindful movements seemed to awaken parts of his body that had grown stiff from years of wear and tear. By the end of the session, he felt lighter and pain-free for the first time in weeks. Over time, Mr. Liu made chair yoga a daily part of his routine. Each session featured movements that targeted different muscle groups without straining his injured knee. The gentle stretches eased tension in his joints, while the mindful breathing helped him focus and feel calm. Gradually, he noticed small yet significant changes. His flexibility improved, the pain in his knees subsided, and even his posture became noticeably better. With each session, he grew more confident, feeling lighter and more at ease in his body. What surprised Mr. Liu the most was the profound mental benefits of chair yoga. This practice taught him to be in tune with his body, approaching movement with patience and grace rather than force. It brought him a sense of calm, washing away worries that often accompany aging and physical setbacks. Chair yoga became his new sanctuary, offering many of the same benefits he loved from his morning walks: engaging muscles, improving strength and maintaining balance, all while keeping him independent and active. More importantly, chair yoga gave him back that familiar sense of accomplishment and peace. It connected him with a supportive community of fellow participants who shared smiles and encouragement, much like the camaraderie he once felt in the park. For older adults like Mr. Liu, who find long walks or strenuous exercise too painful or risky, chair yoga presents a safe, low-impact alternative that can be practiced at home or in a group setting. Mr. Liu's journey shows that age and injury don't have to limit an active, fulfilling life. There are always ways to adapt, and even the smallest changes can lead to greater well-being. If you're still watching and finding these lessons helpful, please comment one below to let me know. Thank you so much for your valuable time. The story of Grandma May. Grandma May, an 81-year-old with a spirited love for life, was well known in her neighborhood for her cheerful morning walks. Each day, she'd lace up her comfortable walking shoes and head to the nearby park. As she walked, she would breathe in the fresh air and greet the sunrise, finding joy with every step. The gentle breeze and rhythmic pace of her walks kept her feeling young and vibrant, even as the years passed. Walking had become a treasured part of her routine, something she eagerly looked forward to each morning. However, as time went on, she began to feel the inevitable effects of aging creeping into her once easy walks. It began with a dull ache in her ankles. At first, she tried to ignore it, hoping it was just a passing discomfort. But over time, the pain grew worse, and soon even a few blocks felt like a daunting task. What had once been a simple and pleasant activity now left her wincing and struggling. Concerned about causing more harm to her joints, Grandma May reluctantly decided to cut back on her beloved walks. This decision left her feeling discouraged, as though she had lost a piece of her daily joy. She missed the freedom of moving through the open air, and the thought of losing her physical independence weighed heavily on her heart. Noticing his grandmother's disappointment, May's grandson decided to step in. He had always admired her active spirit and was determined to help her stay fit without worsening her aches and pains. One afternoon, he visited her with a new idea: resistance band exercises. Having used resistance bands in his workouts, he found them incredibly effective and gentle on the body. When he explained the concept to Grandma May, she listened with a mix of curiosity and doubt, eyeing the small, colorful band skeptically. How could something so seemingly insignificant provide the physical challenge she needed? Despite her initial hesitations, Grandma May was willing to give it a try. Her grandson patiently demonstrated a few simple exercises she could do from the comfort of her favorite living room chair: arm curls, leg presses, and gentle stretches, all designed to be easy on her joints yet effective at building strength. Much to her surprise, Grandma May found the exercises engaging and enjoyable. The resistance bands offered a satisfying level of tension, making her muscles work without causing pain. As she repeated the movements day after day, she discovered that she could gradually increase the resistance, making the workout more challenging as she grew stronger. Over time, Grandma May began to feel the difference. Her arms, once tired and weak, grew more capable. Tasks that had become difficult, like lifting grocery bags or carrying laundry baskets, were now manageable again. Her legs felt more stable, and her core strength improved, giving her newfound confidence. Even her balance, which had been a concern, became steadier as she moved around the house. One of the best things about her new routine was its flexibility. She no longer had to worry about venturing outside in bad weather or straining her sore ankles. Instead, she could stay active from home, fitting her workouts into her day with ease. The benefits of resistance band exercises were undeniable. They allowed Grandma May to maintain her strength, mobility, and independence, all without risking further injury. She felt a renewed sense of capability and resilience, something she had feared losing as her body aged. Beyond the physical advantages, there was a sense of pride and happiness in knowing she could still take care of herself and do the things she loved. For seniors facing similar challenges, resistance bands offer a practical and empowering solution. These small, mighty tools provide a low-impact, joint-friendly way to keep muscles strong, improve flexibility, and enhance overall well-being. In Grandma May's case, they served as a gentle but powerful reminder that staying active and healthy is possible at any age, with the right approach and a touch of creativity. The story of Uncle Ray. At 74 years old, Uncle Ray had always been a familiar and lively presence in his neighborhood. He was known for his cheerful morning walks, during which he would wave and chat with neighbors, sharing stories and laughter. For years, those walks had been a treasured daily ritual, helping him stay fit and socially connected. However, as time passed, Uncle Ray began to notice that his once energetic strides had slowed. His legs grew tired more quickly, and walks that had once felt effortless now left him needing rest. Rather than resigning himself to a less active life, Uncle Ray decided to adapt and find new ways to stay engaged. With more hours to fill at home, Uncle Ray turned his attention to a small corner of his backyard that had long been neglected. He began experimenting with gardening, starting with a few potted herbs and flowers. It didn't take long for this new hobby to captivate him. Soon he transformed the unused patch of land into a vibrant and flourishing vegetable garden. What started with just a few simple plants quickly blossomed into a lush oasis, with rows of leafy greens, tomatoes ripening in the sun, and cucumbers climbing trellises. Uncle Ray realized that gardening provided him with a perfect blend of gentle physical activity and deeply rewarding work. Every morning he'd head out to his garden with a sense of anticipation and purpose. The tasks he undertook, bending to plant seeds, kneeling to pull stubborn weeds, and lifting small bags of soil or mulch, gave his muscles a low-impact yet effective workout. The motions of gardening were natural and rhythmic, keeping his body moving and his joints flexible without causing strain. As he worked, he felt the morning breeze on his face and took in the scent of fresh earth, finding peace and joy in the simple act of tending to his plants. The garden became an ongoing project, giving structure to his days and the satisfaction of seeing his hard work come to life. Over time, his garden began to yield an impressive harvest: juicy tomatoes, crisp cucumbers, fragrant herbs, and an assortment of vibrant vegetables. The joy he felt in nurturing his plants was matched only by the pleasure of sharing his bounty with others. Uncle Ray loved giving away baskets of fresh produce to family, friends, and neighbors. He often chatted with neighbors as they admired the colorful rows of vegetables, swapping gardening tips and recipes. His garden had become not just a source of food, but a beautiful way to connect with the community and spread happiness. Beyond the physical benefits, gardening offered Uncle Ray a renewed sense of purpose and fulfillment. Each season brought its own set of tasks and challenges, from planting seedlings in the warming soil of spring to harvesting ripe vegetables under the golden sun of late summer. Watching his garden change and grow reminded him of the cycles of life and gave him something to look forward to every day. The simple yet profound act of caring for his garden became a meditation of sorts, providing mental relaxation and a way to savor the beauty of nature. For Uncle Ray, gardening was more than just a way to stay active. It became a meaningful and joyful pursuit, one that kept his body moving and his mind engaged. For seniors like him, gardening is a wonderful way to maintain physical strength and flexibility, while also enjoying the fresh air and the soothing presence of the outdoors. The varied movements involved, digging, planting, and weeding, offer a gentle full-body workout, while the time spent surrounded by nature promotes emotional well-being. Gardening gave Uncle Ray a renewed appreciation for the simple pleasures of life, proving that age doesn't have to be a barrier to finding new passions and staying healthy. If you're still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're still with me. Thank you for your valuable time. Mrs. Ellen at 79 had always cherished her morning walks with a close group of friends. Every morning she eagerly anticipated stepping out into the fresh air, exchanging stories and sharing laughter as they strolled together. These walks were more than just exercise. They were an opportunity to connect, share experiences, and enjoy the camaraderie of others. For years, these outings had been a joyful part of her daily routine, providing her with a sense of belonging and fulfillment. However, as time passed, Mrs. Ellen began to notice subtle changes in her body. Keeping pace with her friends became more challenging, and her energy seemed to dip faster than before, leaving her feeling fatigued sooner than she was accustomed to. The brisk walk she once relished now felt like a strain, causing her to question how she could stay active without overexerting herself. Recognizing the importance of listening to her body, Mrs. Ellen decided not to push herself beyond her limits. Instead, she sought out new ways to remain active that were both gentle and fulfilling. She decided to focus on light household chores, incorporating movement into her day in a way that felt natural and manageable. Each morning, she began adding simple tasks to her routine, sweeping the kitchen floor, dusting the shelves, watering the plants, and even carefully lifting light items to rearrange her space. What were once ordinary chores transformed into a purposeful exercise plan that kept her body engaged without the intensity of long walks. As the days turned into weeks, Mrs. Ellen noticed unexpected yet delightful changes. Her arms and legs, which once felt tired and stiff, began to feel stronger. The simple act of bending down to pick something off the floor or reaching high to dust a shelf no longer seemed daunting. Tasks that had once left her breathless now invigorated her. Her body became more resilient, and she discovered a newfound sense of vitality. Even more rewarding was the way her home transformed into a cleaner, more organized space, which became a source of pride and satisfaction. The sparkling countertops and neatly arranged books brought her joy, filling her with a sense of accomplishment. These light household chores gave Mrs. Ellen a renewed sense of purpose. The daily routine she developed provided steady, low-impact exercise that kept her muscles moving and her joints flexible. Activities like dusting, sweeping, or folding laundry helped her maintain her strength, coordination, and balance. With each motion, she felt a gentle yet meaningful engagement with her body, as if the simple movements were weaving a tapestry of health and wellness. The chores became her way of staying active and independent, allowing her to remain physically fit in a manner that was both practical and enjoyable. For older adults like Mrs. Ellen, incorporating light household chores into daily life can be an ideal way to stay active while enhancing independence. These small, consistent movements offer many physical benefits, such as improved muscle tone, increased flexibility, and a greater sense of stability. Beyond the physical rewards, they also provide a boost in confidence. Maintaining a tidy home gives a deep sense of pride and emotional well-being. The feeling of having a clean and well-kept living space can be profoundly uplifting, serving as a reminder that even the simplest routines can bring joy, peace, and lasting effectiveness. Mrs. Ellen's experience shows that finding balance and adapting to life's changes with grace can transform even the most ordinary tasks into meaningful, health-enhancing activities. Grandpa Gene, at the age of 80, had always cherished the tranquility of his morning walks. They were more than just a daily routine. They were a cherished tradition, a way to immerse himself in the beauty of nature, listen to the gentle rustling of leaves, and feel the cool morning breeze against his skin. Each step connected him to the rhythm of the world around him, offering a calming way to clear his mind and embrace a new day. These walks provided not only physical benefits but also emotional and spiritual ones, allowing him to reflect on life's blessings and challenges. However, life had recently taken a different turn for Grandpa Gene. After moving into an assisted living facility, he found that his beloved walks had become difficult to maintain. The freedom and connection to the outdoors he had once relished now seemed like a distant memory. The bustling energy of the facility felt starkly different from the serene paths he used to wander, and he felt a void where his daily ritual once had been. As the days passed, he kept himself busy, but a longing for that familiar sense of peace lingered in his heart. One day, as Grandpa Gene wandered through the facility's common area, his attention was caught by a group of residents gathering for a gentle Tai Chi class. Curiosity sparked within him as he observed the slow, graceful movements of the participants. Their arms swept elegantly through the air, and their bodies shifted fluidly, almost like leaves in a gentle breeze. The practice seemed harmonious and soothing, reminding him of the serenity he had always sought. Intrigued, Grandpa Jean decided to join the class and give Tai Chi a try, unsure of what to expect but hopeful it might bring him a new source of joy. Little did he know, Tai Chi would soon become his new passion. From the very first session, Grandpa Jean discovered that the flowing, deliberate movements felt surprisingly natural. Each motion, though simple, carried a deep sense of intentionality and grace. As he began to learn the art of moving with awareness and balance, he experienced a profound sense of tranquility that had eluded him for some time. The practice encouraged him to be fully present, to focus on each breath and every shift of his weight. This created a space where worries and the weight of the past seemed to melt away. Twice a week, he eagerly joined the Tai Chi group, looking forward to each class with anticipation. Each session left him feeling mentally refreshed and physically at ease. He noticed that the gentle stretches and rhythmic transitions helped alleviate the stiffness in his aging joints. The tension he often felt in his back and knees began to dissipate, and even simple tasks like getting out of bed or standing up from a chair became less of a struggle. The newfound fluidity in his movements was both surprising and encouraging. But Tai Chi was more than just an exercise routine. It became a cherished practice that nourished his spirit. The focus on deep, mindful breathing and the seamless flow of movement brought a sense of harmony that extended beyond the class. Grandpa Jean found that Tai Chi provided him with an inner strength he hadn't realized he needed. It was a quiet resilience that helped him face each day with a more hopeful outlook. He felt a renewed sense of purpose and connection, not only to his own body and mind, but also to the people around him. For seniors like Grandpa Jean, who may find high-impact activities too strenuous or uncomfortable, Tai Chi offers a gentle yet powerful way to stay active. It promotes balance, flexibility, and mental clarity, encouraging the body and mind to work together in unison. The mindful practice fosters relaxation and reduces stress, creating a sense of well-being that lingers long after the class ends. Tai Chi had become Grandpa Jean's new morning ritual, filling the void left by his beloved walks, and offering him a path to joy and tranquility in this new chapter of his life. Thank you for watching. What have you learned from today's video? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Please comment below and share one thing you've learned that you will put into practice in your own life. If you found this video helpful, please leave your comment below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Your support means the world to us, and we can't wait to bring you more content that helps you live an active, healthy, and fulfilling life. See you in the next video.